now that I've hit blue with Ling Xiaoyu in Tekken 8, I feel ready to finally talk about how to play her in a way that I feel comfortable with describing. Now, big ass asterisks here, okay? Okay, I'm not the best player in the fucking world, alright? I'm just a regular old streamer who played a lot of Virtual Fighter and won a lot of games in that game and played really well in that other game. And I'm using the same strategies that I used to get good at that game here for Tekken. And recently, I think I've figured some things out with help of other players who've given me lots of advice along the way. So this is a joint effort, and I hope to be able to describe to you some of the things that I think might help you as well. Okay? That's disclaimer done. All right? You can blame me in the comment thread later about how horrible I am as a player and all the things I'm not doing. Okay? Great. Awesome. We're past that now. Let's move on. So, what do I do with Ling? Well, there are two real ways I've seen to play Ling. There is the solid way, and then there's the bullcrap way. All right, there are two ways to play her. And in the beginning, I used most of the bullcrap. Actually, in the beginning, I used special style. I wasn't even using the right mode. I was using the easy mode button. I was that player who played with the easy mode buttons. I used that, like maybe through green ranks. I got through a couple of ranks with it. And then I finally started fighting players who like knew that these things were unsafe and started hitting me out of it. So I stopped using it and said, okay, fine. It's time to learn how to actually play this character, okay? And what did I do? Well, I learned about Cali roll. Cali roll is when you're back turned. So if you want to do Cali roll, you're gonna need to know your back turn state. And to get to your back turn state, you can just press back 3+4, and you'll turn around. And once you're back turned, you'll press forward 3+4, and then press 3+4 again. And you'll roll toward your opponent, and then you're gonna kick them in the air. And you can do that. You're negative, but if your opponent's not good enough, or they're too slow, or they do a high afterwards and they're not fast enough, you'll hit them again. So, and it's part of the combo. So you go forward 3+4, forward 3+4. That's an actual combo. It combos into itself. So just run the Cali roll and then do a combo afterwards. You have to learn your basic combos. I'm not gonna tell you that here. You can figure that out from Mr. Cross videos, which are godlike. Please go follow him for that stuff, because that's not me. But his combos are very good and they're great. And you can also get them from the Discord. I'm giving you more general strategies for how to approach her that help me get through. So that's bullshit. Now, if you want to turn Cali roll into a real thing, then use it as a read. So anytime you're back turn, so back turn meaning, or you can call it RDS. I'm not going to call it RDS because back turn's more universal. I don't need a special name for back turn stance. It's just back turned, okay? It's called rain dance stance, okay? I know what it's called. It's silly. 1 down 2. No button inputs. That leaves you back turned. Down forward 1 leaves you back turned. Back 2 leaves you back turned. Down back 2 also leaves you back turned. Those are also pretty decent pokes to be thrown around as well. 1 down 2 is a string combos on normal hit, and it gives you entry if you hold back into hypnotist stance. Now, more of the nasty, not real version of Ling. If you go 1 down 2, hold back hypnotist stance, you can run a mix on block if your opponent's not good. If they're good, then you only get to run that on hit, and then you have to make a guess. You get to run your hypnotist 3 or hypnotist 2 or hypnotist 4. Those are the 3 options you want to run through. You'll want to hit hypnotist 2 first, and then if you hit them with that, you go into heat. Awesome, great, cool, run your shit. Once you're in heat dash, like you run into them with the heat engager move, you'll want to either do, again, levels of real versus not real. The most not real thing you can do, or most like degenerate thing you can go for, is forward, forward, forward 3. It's while running 3, basically. When you do heat dash, when you're in the heat engage run, you don't need to press forward, forward, forward. You just need to press forward, forward. But the first forward is apparently stored in there for you because you're in the run. I don't know why, but just know you don't have to press forward, forward, forward. You just have to press forward, forward. and you'll get your wild running move. Offer that in. If they block it, cool, you're plus 7. And you can now hit your, if you want to do a frame trap, press from AOP, because you're going to go into AOP after that move, 2. That's your frame trap. They can't press a button if they want to go into that. If they're wanting to get greedy versus you on block, this is all on block now, then press 3. I mean, it's not 3, 2. 1, no, not 2, 1. AOP 1. That move gives you options. It's a mid as well. These are both mid attacks. But it's only slightly slower because you're plus 7, but AOP 1 is 18 frames. So it's 1 frame too slow to beat the fastest attack. But if they do the fastest attack, or they do something that's too slow, you'll hit them out of it. And you'll be able to go into a follow-up, which would either be AOP 1-4 if you want a mid-mid. If there's a wall behind them, do that. If you want to just combo them afterwards, so you got a normal hit, do AOP 1-2. You want it back in rain stance. And remember, now you're in heat. So you get to run threat of running back turned 3+4, your heat smash. From heat is amazing. I cannot tell you how many times I have just randomly won a match because I went back 3+4, which is her just going to rain stance on its own, and then press heat smash from back turn. That move is so good. It also leaves you in plus a hell of a lot of frames, and you're going to be in hypnotist, so they have to eat it. So yeah, you get to run like 4 mixes back to back if you choose to from a heat engage, which is why I typically don't waste using heat during a combo, like that heat smash where you just do it in a combo. I don't do that during combos with her unless I'm going to kill them, but I don't think I need to use heat later on because they're low enough health. But otherwise, your heat engagers are so good. I would say use those. So what are the heat engagers you need to know about? Back 4-1, godlike move, only good if you hit confirm it. If you do not hit confirm this move, meaning you have to see them whiff something, and then you throw it out to whiff punish them, that move is good, very, 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 very good. Against worse opponents, you can use that, and you won't get punished most likely if you just do back 4. Against stronger opponents, you're going to find that they're going to start punishing you for that. Granted, you have a follow-up mid, so they can't just, hit you for free. There's some mental, advantage you have there, but just know that that's a good move if you're trying to get better with her. It's a good move to throw out, get you comfortable with it, learn its range. Another move that's really good with her is down forward 2 into 3. This is another kind of move that's better at lower ranks in a more risky way. So you can, lower ranks, people don't know the string. It's down forward 2 is a mid, and on normal hit, it combos into 3, which is a high ender, which also wall splats on hit, and it knocks them down pretty far away. Pretty nice. Often used as a combo ender. But if they don't know to duck the move, then you're only -1. You get to evade, you can step them, you can do whatever you want there. You're just -1. If they duck it, they can launch you and you're going to get hurt really bad. But if they don't, like they are often not going to at lower ranks, you can, get comfortable with the character with this move as you get stronger. And as you get better and better and better, you can use it more as a punish, because it is a punish move. At like -14, I think is the number for that one. But I tend to like using back 4-1 because it goes into heat. But if they're by the wall, don't get. I'm not gonna get into the weeds there. What else do we have here? AOP. AOP, everyone's favorite move. I'm gonna say AOP just raw. It's pretty good. If lower, and look again with lower ranks now, right? If you think someone's just gonna press a button that's a high, AOP them. It's AOP. AOP 1-2. AOP 1-2. Boom, run it. AOP 1-2 is a combo, natural combo on hit, and it's a heat engage. So you get to run your heat engage mix as well. Oh, I didn't say it. Another heat engage mix you can use, it's a little more real, is forward 1. And when you do forward 1, you have the option to either go into like a follow-up hit, or, which you're typically going to do more often, cancel by holding down into her AOP stance. And basically, you're going to want to do that all the time. And you'll do forward 1, hold down. If the move hits them, it natural combos from AOP into 1-2. If this happens to hit when you're not in heat, like when you're not in the heat run, you'll get a free heat engager. And it's so generous. You have all day to hit check that move. You have way more time than you think you have for that. So just try it. Granted, if they don't get hit by this mid of yours, you are unsafe, so be careful. You could try to AOP duck to get out of it, but like if they know what they're doing, you're gonna get hit. So be careful with it. Don't just be, wild with it. This was AOP forward 1. No. This was forward 1. Hold down. Then it transitions into AOP for a guaranteed hit follow-up into AOP 1-2. No, AOP 2-1, sorry. It's hard for me to get these numbers right all the time. Yeah, it's a very powerful move. Another important move for you to know is while rising, 1+2, 1+2. It's a mid string. It's her very much delayable combo starter on the second hit when it's a counter hit. When you give enough space, you can do it so fast that there's no space and they can't press a button. But if you give them a little bit of space, then you can hit them if they press a button, which is great. You want that. It's a good thing for you. And so for that move, I like to use that with a great amount of delay against a it's also safe. Both hits are safe. You're -9 on the second hit. I think you're -6 in the first one. So you can't step, but you get the block. You can backdash. You can try to backdash. Try to get some distance. I cannot tell you how many times I've won sets and matches because of delaying that move. Also, you can do that from forward 1+2, 1+2. So the same move is available to you while you're dashing or while you're while rising. Exactly, if one of your punish moves is your 15-frame punish from crouching. Also, while rising 4, another great move to be using as well. It's a very fast. So it's your fastest move from crouching. It launches. It's a fake launch. If they tech roll, you don't get a follow-up hit. But if they don't tech roll, then you get a combo, which would be like forward 3. You'll launch them again, and then you press down back 3. And you'll combo them and launch them and do your combos. What's nice about this as well is if, for instance, you go for the 6-6-3 and forward 3. So I used VF notation for a second there. Forward 3. You'll be back turned. They tech roll. You immediately do a down back 4 or down back 3. Doesn't matter because you're back turned. It's the same attack. If they try to press a button that was too slow, you will counter hit them. And you know what happens when you get a counter hit down back 3 or counter hit down back 4 when you're back turned? You get a free heat engage. You get a free back 4 into 1. Combo, starter, and you get to go into heat. Boom, run your shit, run it. So, that's pretty powerful. I'd say run that too. Another thing to be using is AOP 3+4. It's pretty good low if they don't know how to block it. And it's a knockdown. Now, why is that so good? Because it knocks them down in a very particular kind of way. I'm not going to go into the weeds here, but it's a certain kind of knockdown that gives you full control as the player who's standing of what they get to do. Now, I'm going to give you 2 things to try to do when someone is getting up against you. Maybe 3 things. After you do AOP 3+4. You can do your while rising 4. If they didn't do if they tried to move, basically, if they did anything but just sit there, you get a combo. You get the combo I did earlier. I told you earlier about forward 3, down back 4, forward 3, 1, 4, forward 3+4. You get all that. if they move after that knockdown. Now, if they don't move at all, you have another option. This is a little bit harder, but I'm going to tell you it anyway. You're going to use a crouch cancel back 1+2. You do crouch cancel by pressing up, wait a hot second, and then press back 1+2. You can buffer the up button or the up command, but you cannot buffer the back 1+2. So you need to make sure you have waited long enough for the one to come, for the up to come out, for the crouch cancel to initiate. Then you can cancel right away. That's how you can kind of learn it. You can go into training mode, set it to simple display for your character, for the frame data display, and you'll see your character in white and like blue, and other colors. And when your character is changing colors, when they're white, you can't do anything. You can't act yet. When they blue, you can do a thing. Basically, when the color changes, you can act. I might be giving you the wrong colors, but like just know that you use the colors as a means to know exactly when you're allowed to press a button after you press the up. That's going to be important to learn the timing for the back 1+2. It's actually really powerful because it covers them laying on the ground, it covers them back rolling, it covers them rolling in place, getting up in place. It covers all options. All options they can possibly do, it covers all of them. So, if you can learn it, learn it. Another option you have there, and granted, you'll launch them, right? So you do your back 1+2 launcher. The last thing I want to tell you there is to do your while rising 2. Would showing training mode at your end right now be good? It would be good, but I don't have it. It's closed. Maybe another time. No, you're totally right. You're totally right. If I open training mode, it'll take too long. I want it to be a little snappier. When you do AOP 3+4, you can also do while rising 2. This is really cool. If they do get up in place, which is what they're going to likely do if they know that if they hold back, you're going to do your crouch cancel back 1+2, free combo. If they hold back, also if you do while rising 4, free combo. So they're going to start getting in place. When they do that, you want to do while rising 2, which is free for you. You'll hit them. They'll be back turned. You'll be back turned. You get a free 13 frame launcher on them, which is your back turn 4. Then you get to run your back turn 4 combo launch after that. Very powerful. It takes a ton of damage off of them. You can run this mix anytime they're in that position that they are in when you do AOP with 3+4. Super important. Her Oki is so strong. I got through so many battles, through so many ranks, literally just running that one knowledge check on someone and saying, hey, do you know how to handle this? You don't? Okay, you're dead. Great. Okay, cool. Fine. GG. Next set. You know? And you'll rank up really far by just running like basic knowledge checks on people. And by basic, I mean like that's not super basic. It's actually nuanced. So your opponent has to know something about how to engage with your options. And it gives you also a way as a player who's growing to start to notice patterns. Because that's the skill you really want to be developing as a player. I can tell you all these things you can do, all these moves and whatever, but like none of it matters if you don't know how to hit someone, if you don't know how to read someone, if you don't know how to adapt. So I'm trying to also give you like the grody stuff, but also like how can you adapt as a player as you're getting better? And how can you kind of integrate that into your play so that when you do need to start really playing solid, you're not going to be lost. You will have developed that skill already.